This
cloud
conference will now
instructor,
be recorded.
DevOps instructor for this entire course for the next 2 months. So currently, if you talk about myself, having nearly around 15 years of overall experience with IT and almost 9 years experience with cloud and DevOps. Currently, I'm working as a cloud and DevOps architect for one of the product-based company. Yeah. So that's more or less about me. So if anyone would like to go ahead and to introduce yourself, not more than 30 seconds, well, because we have around 25 people, so which we don't want don't want to waste any one of the time. If you really would like to help us to understand where you came from and what is your background, you have any experience, just go ahead and complete in a 30 seconds. Anyone?
Yeah, hi Prashant, hi all. This is Sandeep Mittapalli. Have 12 years experience in IT industry.
Hi.
Have the previously I worked as a testing lead. Okay. Later, from last 2 years onwards, I am working as a Azure DevOps engineer.
Okay.
From last 2 months onwards, I'm is a jobless. That's all from my end.
Okay, great, great to hear that. Okay, anyone else? No worries, no worries. So, yeah, go ahead. Who is here? I don't see the name. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, anyone else would like to go ahead?
Hello. Hi, Prashant.
Hi,
My name is Ravichandra Tota. I'm working from
hi
Chennai
Ravi.
actually. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm working in .NET developer. I have 6 years experience. Hello.
yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, hi Rajesh. Yeah, we'll discuss all the Arif and we'll discuss your concern by end of the session. Okay, hope that works, Arif. Okay, so before we start, I would like to urge or I would like to ask you, please make this session interactive. So other end, I am only continuously talking, you are listening, that it's not in a good practice. So you can interrupt me at any point of time, and you can ask me that whatever the questions you have, don't feel that whether it's relevant or irrelevant, it doesn't matter. You can ask me the questions at any point of time. Please, when you have any question, please do stop me and ask that whatever the question it is. It doesn't matter whether it's related to the cloud or DevOps, related to something else, it doesn't matter. It's related to your career also. I'm here to help you at any point of time. Clear? Yes. So let me put very basic question. See, if you go outside and if you go trying to learn something about cloud and DevOps, people directly jump and start teaching you that what is the advantages of the cloud and what are the different benefits you get with the cloud, all these things. But that is not a fundamental thing. That's not a fundamental impact. So let me put a very basic question to all of you. Yeah, as requested, please make the session very interactive. What is a cloud? First of all, my very basic question: what is cloud? Please, I am not asking about the cloud advantages. I am asking about what is cloud computing. Even if you want to Google it, yes, go ahead, do that. Yes.
Yeah, cloud computing is like basically accessing the computing services, whatever the physical infrastructure or underlying infrastructure we have it physically and maintaining in on premises, that we are accessing it through cloud providers like online. It's like IoT thing.
Very good, very good. Anyone else can buy?
Yeah, say if about the cloud computing means we can access our data or anywhere. From anywhere we can access our data or applications via cloud computing. Previously, we can maintain our data in on-premises from the for the particular server. But due to
Mhm.
that, to work on that, our data more secure and anytime to run our applications, everything, it's a maintaining in the cloud computing. Any type of the service we can use, it is the best cost.
Okay, you mean to say that cloud is the best, right?
Yeah,
Okay, really good. Yeah. So let me elaborate. Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. That is the simple abbreviation I could give. If you ask me that what is the cloud computing, what is the cloud technology, I can simply say that cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. If you don't have internet, what will happen?
we cannot provide any services without
We
internet.
cannot, we are unable to access the services. We cannot access the services, right? Now,
Yeah,
so when you talk about this typical terminology, IT resources, what are those? Can anyone tell me? What is this IT
I
Yeah, it
resources
can be
called?
as simple as a virtual. It can be as simple as a computer. And it can be as simple
Mhm.
as a server, physical server, or anything underlying physical infrastructure, whatever we are using to run our organization. We call it as a resource.
Okay. So typically, can I say that hardware, software,
Yes, hardware, software.
network,
but
storage, etc. Can I say that these are all the different service resources as part of IT? All of you agree,
yeah,
Yeah.
right? Now,
Yeah.
now, so now everyone has complete idea about what is the cloud computing, right? So cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. So far, so good. Okay, everyone has fair idea about that. What is the cloud computing? What this cloud computing will deliver. All of you get. What is on-demand? Can anyone tell me? What do you mean on-demand?
It's like maybe it's like whenever required. I mean, it is available as soon as, I mean, when in need, always available. Like maybe, if I'm not wrong.
Always available based on your need. Is that your referring?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I
Yeah,
appreciate.
maybe I can call it as on demand.
Okay. So trust me, guys, no one will tell you all these things. Trust me, even you do not get any in a YouTube or if you go to the Udemy or wherever you go, you will find this all this information. All of you, please try to understand what I mean to say. Whenever you feel that you are not able to understand, please do stop me and ask the questions immediately. Don't wait for till the end of the session. Okay? Now, let me elaborate what is on demand. So let's take a real example. So everyone knows about Hotstar application. Yes or no?
yeah,
Everyone knows about Hotstar application, right? So So we regularly see that there are some tournaments and events happening in the cricket. So we recently observed that India versus Pakistan match. And I think it's in the last year. I think it's in the last year. There is a match happening between India and Pakistan. So this is the today event we have between match between India and Pakistan. So regularly, forget about match of India Pakistan. So if you don't have India Pakistan, how many people watch that Hotstar? No one, right? Maybe there are a couple of people. What is that user count who is going to hit this India Hotstar application regularly? Any rough idea? Approximately 20 lakhs. Worst case scenario.
yeah,
20 lakhs
maybe.
user, maybe, right? Maybe 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs, right? Assume that We have 20 lakhs users who is regularly going to access the Hotstar application. In that case, you have desired count of 20 lakhs users who is accessing this Hotstar application. So, when you have 20 lakhs in the desired count, will your infrastructure is sufficient to manage this 20 lakhs, and will you keep more infrastructure than 20 lakhs on regular basis? Please try to understand the terminology all of it. My question is all about when your Hotstar application capacity is at 20 lakhs users, will you keep that hardware which is managed up to 20 lakhs users, or will you keep more than that?
More than
We
that.
have to
More
keep
than
more
that.
than that.
Is it more than that? Up to what
Yeah.
extent?
Yes.
Up
Up to
to
what
what
extent you
extent
keep?
means actually we don't know as per the market, right? First of all, company will deselect on.
Exactly. Exactly. That is what my question belongs to. So we never know, right? We never know that.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that case, in that case, how do you buy your infrastructure when you manage your own on-premises and your own data center? Will you buy your hardware for the future purpose?
No.
No one do that, right? No one do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily, you are spending a lot of money buying that infrastructure. No one will do that. But but you can have that sufficient hardware which can manage the 20 lakhs user hits. So far so good. Now there is a match between India and Pakistan. Now I think everyone might be watched that match between India and Pakistan last year, which is happened. What is the maximum user count you saw? In the right top corner, you see the 3.4 crore watching, 4 crore watching. How many people observe that?
Yeah. I observed.
What is the maximum users who hit this application? Maximum count. I see
4.6
approximately
or
5.2
4.
crore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maximum I see 4.5.2 crore. Even I recently watched the Geo application. I saw that approximately 9 crore people watching. So being as a DevOps architect, I was looking into that how this application is serving the traffic. I'm not watching the match. I was curious about that how this application is handling this many requests. Now you tell me what is the difference between 20 lakhs and 5.2 crore users? The infrastructure which you have to manage 20 lakhs, the same infrastructure can handle for 5.2 crore users when they hit the at the same time 5.4 crore people hit that application. Is that hardware which managed the 20 lakhs is sufficient for 5.2 crore people? I mean
No.
traffic,
No.
No. No.
right? We never know that, right? In that
Yeah.
Yeah.
case, are you sure that today only 5.2 crore people will hit your application?
No.
Not sure. Maybe
Yeah.
four, maybe 6 crores, 7 crores, or 8 crores. We never know that. But
Yeah.
still, I observe Hotstar even do not have any interruption, no buffering, no performance issue. That application serve that approximately 5 hours without any issue. How does it happen? Did anyone think about it? Never, right? Never, right? So, on what basis you calculate 20 lakhs people, how many servers? Assume that one server capacity would handle 500 user request per a second. One server capacity is how much? 500 user request. In that case, if your application capacity is at 20 lakhs, how many servers you may need?
Approximately 10,
How many
more
servers,
than 10
right?
servers. Yeah.
More than
More than
10,000 servers.
10 servers, more
Uh,
than 10 servers it is required. Not
not
approximately.
10,
More
10,000,
than
20 lakhs users.
Yeah, that is the reason. More than 10, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me give you a simple example. So this is what you are going to learn in the next 2 months. This is the real application. This is a Primark is a very big application from UK and Europe. It's just like our Amazon, Agio, and we have Myntra applications, right? This is a very similar application, very big application from UK and Europe. This is the real example which you are going to learn down the line next 2 months. How we did with this Primark application, you are learning the same thing. So this application capacity is a 15K users per given time. Okay, I'm giving that example. So at this moment, forget about it, and let's take a hardware application. So if your use hardware is only available up to 20 lakhs, if your users are increasing up to 5.2 crore all of a sudden in the span of 1 minute or 2 minutes, how do you manage your infrastructure? So we always, if you are hosted this hardware application on your own data center or your on-premise. On-premises means where you are having your physical location. Physical location. How many people
Awesome.
you know that ICIC back ACIC data center in Anakram Goda?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Most of the people, right? Yeah. So that is the data center where they have their physical servers, right? So assume that if your hard data center or your own data center on premises sufficient up to the 20 lakhs traffic manage, how about to manage your 5.2 crore user traffic? Is it possible?
No.
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 Again, we need to maintain the own data centers again. We need to put the more investment on that.
Ah, how can you keep more investment? Only see yearly there is only one match you can expect for that match you can 5.2 crore. For that you invest a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah,
For
but
this
that
only
is
event you will invest a lot of money
No,
buying
no,
that
no.
hardware. Never, right?
that
That
is
is not an investment.
yeah.
In that case, based on the demand, when the 20 lakhs users are increasing 5.2 crores, based on the demand, the cloud provides that infrastructure to you. If this demand only for 4 hours, yes, only for 4 hours, the cloud will provide that infrastructure to you based on the demand. All of you agree? All of you understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
You just pay for 4 hours. That's it. You no need to spend a lot of money buying that hardware. You no need to spend a lot of money buying that infrastructure. Just pay for whatever you use, just only for 4 hours.
Pay as you go
This
model.
only for 4 hours. Will you spend a lot of money to buy that hardware only for 4 hours? Never, right? Which is not at all a best practice. All of you agree?
Especially.
So this is the cloud computing I was talking about. So the cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. So the one of the best example is the Coca-Cola. In the 20 years ago, the Coca-Cola has couple of issues when they managing the commercials, Super Bowl. If anyone from US, they might understand that what is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is an event. Super Bowl is an event, which is a sports event. So a lot of people will go out and try to order from more restaurants and all. In that case, if these Coca-Cola applications are running on their own hardware and own data center. When coming to that Super Bowl and event, commercial event, these applications is not able to serve the traffic. All these applications went down because of too many people hit that application. When too many people hit that application, you may degrade the application performance and that application goes down and end of the day you lost the business. So because of these issues, the Coca-Cola migrated to the cloud. So once they migrated to the cloud, they saved 40% of IT tickets and they increased the capacity of that user counts up to that 80%. So they made lot of revenue. They made lot of revenue. Understand? So the Coca-Cola is hosted in AWS and Azure. All Pepsi, All the Pepsi related applications, the entire Pepsi use the Microsoft Azure. Understand all of you? So where the cloud journey started with the giant companies. We have Pepsi and we have very large companies like Mercedes Benz, and we have very big companies using the Microsoft Azure Cloud platform because of
Revenue.
this on demand delivery of IT resources. All of you clear?
Clear.
Now, any questions here?
How do you
I'm
break
telling
down
you
into?
again, please do interrupt me if you don't understand the terminology. If you don't understand me any point of time, you can interrupt me. Doesn't feel that is relevant or irrelevant, it doesn't matter. Okay?
How do you break down
Okay.
into a real-time applications? For example, you're taking example as Coca-Cola, Hotstar, and all. But
Mhm,
when you really working on a project, how do you break
mhm.
down into the Azure? Like how can you explain how the Azure
What do
services
you
will
mean?
be
What do
used?
you mean breakdown into Azure? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, see, you're saying in a big level, Hotstar will use so many things which are not
Mhm,
visible for us. Like for example, content delivery network. So
mhm,
we don't work. I mean, we don't go till that end, right? So if you
mhm.
take as a IT company, let's say, how do you deliver the data? So in that perspective, can you explain something?
You mean to say that which cloud is suitable based on your requirement?
No, any cloud. The cloud is not the question.
Mhm.
Explain in a simpler way. That's what I'm trying to say.
That is what still I'm not getting your question.
No, you're saying Hotstar, right? Hotstar is streaming app.
Mm.
So that will have so many cloud services which in real time IT we don't work in our
Yes, yes,
outsourcing
a
companies.
Hotstar application running on AWS in a real use case. Yes.
Yeah, it's using.
Uh,
But for example, let's take any. You're saying ICICI Bank. How do
mm.
they handle a credit risk or something? In that level, if you explain, it will be good.
How do you handle means what the your question is not precise to something. Your question is
Mm,
not precise to something.
see,
How do you
there are
handle
some
means
frauds.
in terms of
Yeah,
what?
there are some frauds will be happening in the credit area. Let's say in the bank credit many credit cards. There are loans people will be taking, and
Okay.
but they are not paying in time, and such a
Mhm,
way. So in
mhm.
that case, how you will use the Azure or AWS cloud
See,
to mitigate
that
this
is a
kind of.
business process is not related to the cloud provider, right?
Sorry,
Your business process is not related to cloud, right?
no, business
See,
process is
taking
not
the
good, but we
loans
are
and
using the
paying the
Azure
loans.
services.
So that is what I'm saying. Taking the loans and paying the loans to the bank is completely end user issue. That is, it's not a
No, you
cloud
don't.
provider issue to use.
No, no. So you do use the Azure services, right, for those kind of things generally, in generally.
Okay.
So how can you, for example, you're working already in the IT company. So can you take
Yeah,
your
okay.
project and give an example like how exactly as a solution architect you are deciding the best
That is
solution
what
for
I
your.
said. That is what currently this is my project.
You're working for Primark.
Yes, this is
Okay.
my project. So currently, what is the business use case? This Primark application Primark company have the physical locations across all the UK and Europe. What do you mean physical locations? They don't have online selling clothes. They don't have business in the online business. They have only the physical locations across UK and Europe. You know, physical location means you have
Hmm.
all physical shops.
Okay.
Right. So you have to go to that, we have to visit the shop and you have to buy the clothes. There is no online business. Now the company approached me, the Primark approached me. Now we want to make our application online. We want to sell the clothes over that online. That is a business use case. So that application code, the application is developed by the developers. For whatever that infrastructure is needed to run, those applications are hosted in a Azure. Understand?
Okay.
So this application currently running on Azure. When you try to access this Primark.com, this application is accessible. This application is hosted on Azure. So what are the services we utilized? What are the services we utilized to run this Primark application is this is the current architecture. That is what I said earlier. So actually this is the too early to discuss about it. But anyway, so you asked that I will bring up this topic. This is that architecture. These are all the resources we are using currently to run this application. What are these resources? So once you slowly by day to day you will come to know that these are all the resources images. So you have application gateway, you have a firewall, API management, web application, and the network, load balancer, Kubernetes, Docker, monitoring. So there are too many services integrated here. So we are going to discuss each and every service, each and every service which is help to run this application. Understand?
Okay.
So even I can tell you the too many things at this time, but you don't understand why, because it is a too early to discuss about it. That's the reason we have approximately 90 hours, 75 to 80 hours. We need to spend time to understand what are the components, what are the services provided by Azure we use to run this application. Clear? Yes. No.
Yeah, clear, clear.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
clear.
Clear. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So this is what you are going to learn down the line in next 2 months. So currently, whatever that architecture you are able to see, this architecture you are going to learn in the down the line as a real time example of that application. So this is that application is hosted in Azure, very big application. So this application running on this infrastructure. So that you are going to learn down the line next 2 months. Understand?
Yeah,
It will
understood.
Yeah.
work on Azure.
Sorry.
It will work on Azure
Yes.
and or another AWS or Python.
Python is a language, AWS is a cloud provider, no correlation.
Okay, but the Azure is only storage purpose, right?
Who
Hmm.
told that? Who told that?
Actually, in our company, we are using like that only, sir. Only
Yeah,
for
in
storage
your
purpose.
company, you might use only storage. In your
Yeah.
company, you can use only storage. So here there are more than 150, more than 200 services available, like a
Okay.
storage. You can use that many services. See, you don't believe this is the only one application you see. Behind this, there are approximately 50 services running, which is provided by Azure. So those 50 services are like this. See, application gateway, WAF, API management, subnet, network, web app, function app, API, private endpoint, DNS, key vault, Cosmos DB, service bus, event hub. Hundreds of the resources available, not only storage. So whatever the services we are going to utilize to run this application, that is what we are going to learn in the down the line 2 months. Not only the storage. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's take a real use case. Assume that, assume that you are the entrepreneur. You are the entrepreneur. Now you plan to start some business. Let's take an example. I would like to start Swiggy business. Okay. To start the Swiggy business, what are the prerequisites you need? See what typically what is the Swiggy does? What Swiggy does? It's a food delivery application. All of you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we have developers. Developers write the Java or Python code to develop this application. Then where do you run this code? Will you run this? Will you run this Java code on your laptop? Will
No,
you
we
run
need
this
servers.
Java code on your
In a
desktop?
server.
So, yes, server. Very good. So when you run your application on this server, what is the capacity you need?
Based on the load of the application. I mean,
Based
it,
on the
it
load
cannot be
of that
judged, right?
application. Right?
Yeah.
So to run this application, you need to buy the hardware from IBM, Lenovo, or Dell EMC and HCL or etc. What is that capacity? What is the minimum capacity of that server to run this Swiggy application?
Not sure.
Maybe
Minimum
like 2 to
It's based upon the
minimum
requirement.
10,000 GB RAM and 500 TB storage. Why? Because see, you have to store your user data, right? Frequently. So simple. Let me give you one simple example. You want to order which the same food which you ordered 2 months ago. Will you get the same? Will you get the data in your application? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So for that you need to store the data. For that we need all these resources, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does this 1000 GB RAM and 500 terabytes of that infrastructure is readily available anywhere
No.
to run this application? Never, right?
No.
Then what you need to do? You need to request these guys. Hey, can you provide this specification hardware to me to run my Swiggy application? Will they give immediately?
No, it will take the time.
It will take minimum 2 to 3 months to develop these rack servers with this capacity. All of you agree?
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the first disadvantage if you want to buy your own hardware?
Time
It is a
taking.
time taking,
Time.
and
Okay.
another thing is like storage capacity. Those are also disadvantages. We don't know, right? It will be
Yes.
future.
Okay.
It will be increased.
Okay. At this moment, let's keep the time is our first concern. Okay. Okay. Later, this Swiggy application is running fine. After 3 months, your application went viral. You are receiving more and more traffic. When you receive more and more traffic, will this current infrastructure which you have, this 10,000 GB RAM and 5 GB storage is sufficient?
No.
When your data is increasing and the end users are also increasing on a day-to-day basis,
Yes.
will this hardware is enough for you to manage that more user requests?
No.
No.
Again, what you need to do?
Again, we want to increase
Again,
the
more
storage.
support.
Again, you need to buy the hardware. Again, you need to contact these guys. Again, it is a waste of time and a waste of
Money.
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 money. Okay. Again, you brought the hardware and so far so good. Everything is fine. Now you receive some of complaints from end users saying that hey, your front Swiggy application front end is not good. I mean to say that front end is this look and feel is not good. If you compare, which one is more clarity in terms of pictures and accessibility? Which one you see very clearly?
Amazon.
Amazon, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
some end users complain saying that your front end is not good. Some users complain that I am facing application very slow. I think everyone might face this. I think each and every individual have the banking app on your mobile. Yes or no? Banking app.
Yes.
Yes.
Axis Bank, ICICI Bank. Once you complete the transaction, once you log out, immediately you will get a pop-up saying that how do you feel about this application? Are you facing any issues? How many people saw that?
Yeah, I
Everyone,
was.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone saw that. That is a means saying that they are taking that inputs from you to improve the application capacity and application availability. So, same method, the Swiggy application receiving more and more requests saying that front end is not good. Then the architect decided that front end should be developed using Node.js and back end should be developed using .NET or Python, something else. Now you tell me again, can you able to run two different applications and operating systems on the same hardware? Is it possible?
No.
No,
I
right?
think it is possible, but there would be a
Possible.
lot of conflict. Like,
Again, for that you have to go and buy the extra hardware for that virtualization and pay the licenses, right? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, another issue. Again, time and money. Okay, so far so good. It's been almost 2 years. Swiggy application, Swiggy business is started and running very fine. Now, all of a sudden, Microsoft deprecated the .NET version currently which is using. Currently, assume that we are using .NET 3.1. All of a sudden, Microsoft deprecated this .NET 3.1, introduced and recommending to use .NET 6 or whatever it is. No 4. Now 5 also deprecated, 6 or 7 or 8. Now, in that case, the hardware which you have brought 2 years ago, will that suitable to run this .NET latest version in this hardware?
No.
No.
Again, what you need to do?
Again,
Again, you
can
have to order new hardware, right? Yes, sir. Again, you have to order new hardware which is suitable for your software.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
if the software is not suitable to run, what is the point of having your business? You have to always spending on lot of money buying that infrastructure here, right?
Yep.
Even when you talk about ICICI Bank, even ICICI Bank has their own data center in Hyderabad. Even they have their own data center, still they have invested a lot of money on Azure. Why? Because of all these problems. Because of all these problems. So, when you have your own data center, when you have your on premises, you are keep on investing money on
servers.
buying the hardware and infrastructure. Let me give very simple example. Very simple example. Okay. So you join as an fresher in the in engineering college. Okay. You join in any engineering college, so that after few days your professor asks that, hey, I have a project for all of you students. I want you to complete the project. So to complete this project, you need a laptop. Yes, sir, all of you. Without laptop, you
Yeah.
cannot complete the project. Then what do you do immediately? You
We
go to
will buy
your
a
Buying
dad
laptop.
and
laptop.
ask, will you buy the laptop by asking money from your parents, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, after 1 year, now you jump into the fourth semester or fifth semester. Again, you got very big assessment from your assignment from your professor. Again, this is the big project. Then, can you tell me anyone what are the some concerns you might have after or using of your laptop 1.5 year or 2 years?
performance
Please.
issues, battery.
Performance and
Degradation.
RAM. Hard disk.
Ah, hard disk degradation. So then what do you think? Okay, I need to upgrade my laptop. Then I go to Amirpet. I need to increase the capacity. Again, you are spending money. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Again, you're spending money. Okay, after your upgradation, again, after 6 months or 8 months, if you are reached to the final semester, you need to do another big project. Then what do you think? Again, you face the same performance issues and all these hardware issues, right?
Yeah.
The moral of the story is when your hardware is becoming old, what is happening?
We have to update to buy a new
Performance
hardware.
issue.
You are having a lot of issues with the performance and availability of it, right?
Yeah.
So then what you think? Then you go when you reach the final semester again, you go to your parents and again I want a new laptop. My existing laptop, my old laptop is not working, and I want a new laptop. Then you buy it again. So my intention is, in terms of buying the new laptop, why can't you rental from someone else? Getting it or not?
Yeah.
Why can't you rent our infrastructure laptop monthly monthly paying by 3K or 4K? When this laptop is not sufficient, when this hardware is not suitable with your requirement, you can exchange with the same amount, right? Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
That's the, that's the difference between cloud computing and your own data centers, your on-premises. Now you tell me, managing your own data center, running your applications is best, or hosting your applications in the cloud is the best option?
Cloud
Hosting
is the
them.
best option.
Cloud is the best option. Why? Because cloud provide on-demand services. That too,
Pay as you go. How much you use,
pay as
we
you
can.
go model. Just how many minutes you utilize, just pay for that many minutes. That's it. So the same example, just 4 hours I utilized extra hardware to handle my request of that Hotstar application. So just you pay in terms of buying it. So instead of buying that new hardware, just I utilize it only for 4 hours. Just I pay for 4 hours so that you can save a lot of money. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is the reason. That is the reason. Lot of companies are moving towards to the cloud computing nowadays. In terms of spending a lot of money and wasting the time to make sure your applications run very easily and quickly, lot of companies are investing. Lot of companies are investing on running that applications into the cloud. Every month, every year, the usage of the cloud is increasing like anything. Increasing like anything. Understand? So when you manage your own data center, capex is very high, and capex is zero. When you have cloud, capex is zero and opex is high. What is capex and opex? Capex is capital expenditure. Capital expenditure. So to buying that infrastructure, you are investing a lot of money, which is unnecessary, which is very high. And in the cloud, you no need to buy any infrastructure. Why?
Because everything is ready-made.
So instead of you buying that infrastructure, you are renting that infrastructure from someone else. That is a cloud provider, either AWS or GCP or Google or Azure. So that's the reason capital expenditure is zero. So you no need to look for the place. You no need to invest on networking. You no need to invest on ACs and everything. You no need to invest on resources to deploy your own physical data center. Nothing. Everything is ready-madely available. Everything is ready-madely available within a very short span. So with this cloud computing, you can save a lot of money and a lot of
Time.
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 Time and money. So that's the reason, l- from existing applications and new from new business to the old business, everyone is moving into the
Cloud.
cloud. All of you understand? Trust
Yeah.
me, this information you don't get anywhere. So this comes up with the experience altogether. Now you can ask that one question, sir. So far, so good. Whatever you said is absolutely right. If I buy the laptop, if I buy one infrastructure, that will be treated as an asset. It's a company asset, right? The same way, if you take that same example, if you buy your laptop, that laptop will be as an asset to you, right? If you get a rental, you're just paying to that for that usage, which is not at all an asset. But to run the business, always you think about you always the business people think about that how much revenue you are getting. So that concept is called ROI. What is ROI?
Just return on investment.
Return on investment. How much you invested and how much you get as a returns.
Return.
So that's not related to your assets and all. That's the reason cloud is becoming more and more popular. All of you agree? Clear?
Yes, clear. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the reason. This is the reason. From the startup companies from to big Fortune 500 companies, everyone use the cloud computing. Right? Any questions? So these kind of information never available anywhere. I'm I'm telling you that whether you can research on YouTube or no one will tell you all these things. Everyone start from what is the cloud computing and what is that advantages. That's not the case. You have to understand that what is the purpose all the companies are looking into using the cloud solutions. What is the benefits as a company you are getting that. So you always people look into the end user prospect, not into the businessman. So you have to think about that, then only you will get a right understanding about why we are using this cloud computing and all. Make sense?
Yes,
Yes.
question.
So down the line, what you are going to learn in the next 2 months, it starts from Azure fundamentals, followed by Azure network, Azure compute, Azure storage, Azure all the types of load balancers, Azure web apps, Azure functions, Azure, what is that? Key vault,
Azure execution,
sorry,
Azure pipelines,
clients.
pipelines.
Okay, okay,
That is
that yeah. So first talking about cloud things. Okay, okay, Azure AD,
Azure administration.
then uh, then followed by Terraform. So here we stretch more in the Terraform. It's approximately 15 to 18 hours. We are going to spend more time here. This is the Terraform is the most demanded software tool nowadays. Trust me, you don't know anything. You only know the Terraform. Still, you can get 30 lakhs. You don't know anything. You only know the Terraform. You can demand 30 lakhs. Along with that, we have our Azure OpenAI. Nowadays, everyone heard about artificial intelligence. We have a separate session for that. What is this artificial intelligence? How this Azure OpenAI is different than ChatGPT? So, which will give you lot of weightage to your resume. Azure security, along with Azure security, and all other PaaS services. Once
Azure
the
API
Terraform is
management.
APIM. Okay, yep. Okay, these are all the core cloud services. These are all the core cloud services which are going to cover. Post that, we manually deploy all the services to understand that how it works. Post that, we learn the Terraform, which is a very important. Has been said that you don't know anything, you only know the Terraform, still you can demand 30 lakhs. That is a benchmark. Post that, Git, Git, post that,
Git.
Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is used to automate all our infrastructure and pipelines. With that, we learn YAML. So YAML is the scripting language which you are going to learn to make use of to create a DevOps pipelines along with the Docker and Kubernetes. So the Azure DevOps, why we are not learning Jenkins and other things, I will explain you later. Why everyone moving into the Azure DevOps and why we are learning Azure DevOps, there is a reason behind that. Okay. Along with that, we learn SonarQube as part of the DevSecOps, and as part of the DevSecOps, we learn these two tools and Sneak also. SonarQube, Job Scanner, and Sneak we use. Okay,
These
so we cover,
these three comes under DevSecOps, sir.
yes, these three comes under the DevSecOps. So typically, I would like to tell you all these things are called platform engineering. Honestly, tell me how many people heard this word platform engineering? No one?
No.
No, sir, not really. But is it similar to like cloud engineering? Like,
Let me
okay.
tell you. You might see that cloud engineer. I mean, you might know about cloud engineer. What is the job of the cloud engineer? To manage the cloud resources, all this Azure network, storage, load balancers, deploying the web app, virtual machine, blah 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 blah. Along with that, DevOps engineer, right? Who is
Yeah.
used to create the CI and the CD pipelines. These are the two different roles altogether. Agree?
Agree.
Yes.
Along with that,
Kubernetes.
admin or developer. This is another third role you see, right? So, what is the expected salary of cloud engineer? Max 20 lakhs. Then, what is the expected salary of DevOps engineer? 25 lakhs. What is that Kubernetes engineer? Hardly 20 lakhs again. Sir, no, that is the maximum budget, right? Now, if you look at that, here you are covering cloud as Azure, you are covering DevOps, you are covering Kubernetes, everything will be treated as
Platform.
Platform.
which is a very demand in the current market. After this session, you go to the Google and search with the platform engineering. You see that hundreds of the openings. Nowadays, trust me, no one is hiring individual roles. No company is hiring individual roles. There is a lot of shortage of platform engineers in the current market. No people know that. Lot of people know. No people know that all these things. Now that is the reason the platform engineering we are covering with this specified course. This is the
Resource.
curriculum we created. See, for this application framework, we are using all these things. Now all of you might understand that why we prepare this curriculum particularly. This is the curriculum. Most of the clients or companies are using it as part of the platform engineering. Sorry.
Yeah, Prashant, one question. In the curriculum, you are adding like monitoring tools like as a monitor,
Yeah.
grapha.
Yes. Yes. I missed it. Azure
No
Monitor.
problem.
Yeah, and also I'm going to be cover high availability and scaling.
This is comes under the compute. Very basic. That's the reason. See, you may see that it's a simple word, but under that, the lot of other components.
Sir, one small question.
Yeah.
So, what are all the certifications we can do with all this?
You can complete AZ 104, AZ 400, and CKAD under Terraform. All these four certifications you can complete after this session. That's the reason we are not calling it a cloud engineering course or DevOps engineering. We are calling it as
Platform.
platform engineering. Even trust me, no one can tell you all these things at one place. You have to invest for first learning the cloud, then following by Terraform, then Kubernetes and DevOps. These are the individual courses you need to pay. So here we cumulated all these things as part of the platform engineering. So which is a more and more demand in the current market. Trust me, current as being said that I am currently working as one of the project as a cloud architect. You tell me what is that average salary of engineering for 7.8 years guy? Expected salary. How much we offer?
Around 40 lakhs.
It's 48.6 lakhs we offer. But still he did not join. He got I think 49 or 50 somewhere else. For 7.58 years, say approximately 8 years later. That is the power of the platform engineering nowadays. Even no one can, cloud engineer cannot get, and DevOps engineer cannot get, and even Kubernetes developer cannot get it. The combination of all those things has the more power.
So what about data
Understand?
engineering?
Data engineering is a different. This is not at all related to data engineering.
No, no, I'm just
It's a purely
asking data.
platform.
No.
Um,
Even
Prashant,
trust me, the data engineers also do not have this much. This we don't get this many salaries and openings. Yes.
yeah, Prashant, I have like a few questions here.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, suppose nowadays market people are asking if you have like a skill sets on experience on YAML scripting. Still, people are asking like a PowerShell and shell scripting, like Python scripting. And even we need like scripting languages are asking the market. But compared to that,
Might be,
if you learn the
may not be. Might be, may not be. See, in my current project, we use only Azure CLI, no PowerShell, no Python. But YAML is mandatory. YAML is mandatory nowadays for wherever you go, either Azure DevOps or GitLab, or if you use Kubernetes and Docker, wherever you go, YAML is mandatory. But
okay,
PowerShell and Python is for automation purpose, not for deployments. YAML is for deployments. Understand?
okay,
So
mm,
So that's the
Terra,
reason you can use PowerShell. Maybe you may use, may not use PowerShell and Python, but these are mandatory.
okay. Actually. Like when I face the interviews, so most of the companies are people are asking like those skill sets. But I said like I have the very comfort with AML scripting. I know into and how to do it. Means people are not. No, no. We
But
need like a
if you
PowerShell like
go
that.
with this portfolio, if you give the interview this portfolio, no one will ask about Python and all, PowerShell. See, they might have specific requirement about the Python. They might do not in there assume that they have 10 people in the project. All the 10 people might not aware of Python and PowerShell. That's the reason they might
Yeah,
hire you as a PowerShell engineer or Python engineer.
yeah, that is the reason I'm asking. Suppose in the, based on the company projects we can use, right? And it is not
Yes,
mandatory,
yes,
right?
yes,
That
yes.
is it.
It's not mandatory. That, yeah, exactly, exactly. But all these things are mandatory.
Yeah. Now you are teaching YAML and Azure CLI also.
Azure CLI also. Yes.
Purpose of Terraform is also for automating the
Sorry,
CI/CD pipelines.
sorry. Come again. Your voice is
Yeah,
very low.
yeah. The purpose of Terraform is
Ah.
also for creating the CI/CD pipelines
No, no, no,
to
no, no.
automate.
Terraform is IAC, infrastructure as a code. So
Okay.
instead of manually deploying the infrastructure, we automate deploying with the help of Terraform.
Okay.
So let me show you that. See how many resources we have as part of this project. As discussed, too many configurations you did manually. The same thing, if assume that I have total 9 environments, like a development, QA, UAT production. Will you deploy that same infrastructure in a multiple environments? How long it will take if you deploy manually? Minimum 1 year, right?
Yeah.
With that infrastructure as a code Terraform, you can deploy within 1 hour. That's how. That's the reason it has more and more demand. Got it?
Yeah, clear, clear.
We'll discuss more
Sir,
about it. So can
actually,
I
I
can
have one question.
yeah.
Sir, any coding language required for to learn all
No,
this? Any coding
not
language
needed.
like that and all?
Not needed.
So actually, because I am from mechanical engineering background, that's why last year I completed.
No problem at all.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
coding is not needed. Scripting is mandatory. That is the YAML
Like
script and
scripting will
Azure.
be in like codes or like what, sir?
Coding is different. Scripting is different. See, let me tell you one hard fact. See,
Sir.
all this without, if you don't want to automate, if you don't want to learn any scripting or any automation thing, you are unfit for IT nowadays. I'm not pointing out you, just I'm telling you that if you want to be survive as an software engineer, you must know how to automate. No company is not ready to invest a lot of time on you. That is the reason you see that lot of companies people are firing. In a TC, sorry, Infosys fired 5,000 people, Capgemini fired 2,000 people. Why they are going to fire? When you are not ready to automate, when you are not ready to learn scripting or anything. So no company is not ready to invest you on lot of money by paying 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs when you do the things manually. Understand?
Mobile code. Mhm.
So
Like
don't worry about
scripting
it.
is okay. Code,
That is what I'm
no,
saying.
no.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
We will learn from ABCD. Right from the
Okay, okay,
beginning, you
sir.
learn everything. But only one thing is dedication is needed next 2 months. That's it. How dedicatedly you learn the things make you impact on your career.
Okay, okay, sir.
Understand?
Sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
So
yeah,
we
Presh.
create a WhatsApp group to discuss about the real-time issues on a day-to-day basis. Each day we discuss real-time tasks and we provide the real-time task for your session after session. We have to do that homework. Each and every day we give you the real-time homework. Understand? Each and every session is a real session. So post that we give you a one project. This is the project which will give you. And once you're done with the project, we have mock session. we conduct the mock session, 2 hour mock session. How you need to, what kind of a questions we may expect in the interviews, how you need to answer, that will be also explained to you after completion of all the course. Understand? Any question on that?
So what's the basic salary, like average salary for any fresher? How much we can expect?
Around 40.
7 to 8 lakhs. Again, this 7 to 8 lakhs depends on the company.
Okay.
Average salary is 4.5, 4.6 to 4.8. Like, if it is a good company, you can expect 8 to 9. If it is a very big company like Infosys and all, you might get 4.5 starting. That depends on the company. Okay.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah,
Sir,
if
in AWS cloud computing, like that, AWS provide a certificate, I think, AWS cloud computing certificate in their official website. Like that, this Microsoft Azure provide any certification?
AWS do not provide any certificate. You have to go and complete from the Pearson. AWS do not provide any certificates. The same way Azure also not. Okay. You have to go to the authorized centers. You have to give that exam. You have to pass it. Okay. Then you get a certificate from the AWS or Azure. By direct, you cannot get any websites. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So every day we have 90-minute session, approximately one to 1.5 hour, I could say, 60 to 90 minutes. Based on that day topic, we can extend up to 90 minutes. Each and every day is a real-time task we discuss, and we give the task to you complete on the same day. Clear? Yes,
Clear.
app insights, Datadog. See, that is what. When coming to monitoring tools, there are hundreds of the monitoring tools in the current market, which is a Prometheus, Grafana, New Relic, Datadog, Nagios, and Splunk. Like that, there are hundreds of the tools. It's not possible to learn all those tools. Any one of the tool is a basic common that would be enough for your career. The best advantage in the interview is also same thing. Why? Because there are hundreds of the monitoring tools. It's not mandated to use all the companies the same tools, right? One company might use Datadog, another company might use Prometheus, another company use different thing. So it's very tough to learn all these tools. So what is important in the current market? Prometheus. Majority of the clients use the Prometheus. That's the reason we are learning the Prometheus here. Got it? So this answer for KS Reddy and Manoj, both of them. App Insights is very expensive and no one is using it. There are a couple of concerns also using that App Insights. It's only collect the logs, not about that metrics and traces. Again, to collect this metrics and traces, you have to use some of the different tools. A web
means
API is nothing but functions and APIM, which I have already listed. This one.
yeah,
Okay.
Prashant. Yeah, Prashant, one question from my end. Means once everything is basics, everything is completed. Finally, you are the given the explanation about the project, right? Everything using the all the services, may correct?
Mm.
What we
Yes.
discussed.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Any other
Okay.
questions? If not, we are good to wrap up. And thank you for joining the session. Hope we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you, Prashant.
Thank you,
Okay, all
Prashant.
of you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Prashant.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Prashant.
you. Thank you, one and all.